Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundless success to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup.
This is the raw, naked truth.
Trump blocks travel from high-risk nations, setbacks in talks with Iran, a new galaxy discovered, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. President Donald Trump has signed a sweeping order blocking travel to the U.S. from nearly 20 countries identified as high risk for terrorism, visa abuse, and failure to share security information. The new travel restrictions, announced under Executive Order 14161, apply to nationals from 12 countries, including Afghanistan, Iran, Somalia, Libya, and Yemen, all deemed very high risk due to terrorist activity, weak or hostile governments, and high visa overstay rates. 7 more countries, including Venezuela, Cuba, and Laos, face partial restrictions. President Trump is fulfilling his promise to protect Americans from dangerous foreign actors that want to come to our country and cause us harm, said White House Deputy Press Secretary Abigail Jackson. She called the restrictions common sense and targeted at countries that lack proper vetting, exhibit high visa overstay rates, or fail to share identity and threat information. The U.S. rejected a United Nations Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire between Israel and Hamas, standing by Jerusalem. France, the UK, Russia, and China all supported the resolution, which received 14 votes in favor and 1 vote against, meaning it was not adopted by the Council. It is inexplicable that many members of this Council still refuse to acknowledge that Hamas could end this conflict tomorrow by surrendering and laying down its arms. It is unconscionable that the UN still has not labeled and sanctioned Hamas as a terrorist organization, U.S. Charge d'Affaires Dorothy Shea said. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, has rejected the latest version of the Trump administration's proposed nuclear deal with the country. The major sticking point between Tehran and Washington is Iran's uranium enrichment program, which the Trump administration insists must end. To the American side and others, we say, why are you interfering and trying to say whether Iran should have uranium enrichment or not, Khamenei posted Wednesday on X. That's none of your business, he claimed. Putin vowed retaliation for Ukraine's drone attack, Trump says, after speaking with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the phone for over an hour yesterday. President Trump said Russia was determined to respond to Ukraine's recent drone attack, which severely damaged Russia's strategic bomber fleet. Trump described the phone call on social media as a good conversation, but not a conversation that will lead to immediate peace between Russia and Ukraine, something the U.S. has been trying to broker. The two leaders also discussed Iran, with Trump saying they agreed that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Joe Biden's longtime White House press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, who lied to the American people about Biden's capabilities repeatedly, announced Wednesday she has left the Democratic Party and is writing a tell-all book about the broken administration she served. Jean-Pierre, age 50, worked as Biden's top spokeswoman for 2 years and 8 months and stunned fellow White House alums by announcing her book, Independent, A Look Inside a Broken White House, Outside the Party Lines, due out on October 21st. Jean-Pierre didn't come to her decision to be an independent lightly, Hachette Book Group said in a promotional release, which hints that the former Biden spokesperson may focus her ire on figures aside from the 46th president in her account. The James Webb Telescope has discovered a galaxy dubbed MOMZ14, the most distant galaxy ever found. Situated 13.5 billion light years from Earth, the discovery calls into question physicists' belief in how quickly galaxies can be formed, as it was created just 280 million years after the Big Bang. First and foremost at the moment, this is the most distant object known to humanity, said one Yale astronomer involved with the telescope. That title changes every so often, but I find it is always cause for pause and reflection. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcast app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.